Randolph Scott was the embodiment of the classic American cowboy, tall, stoic, and ruggedly handsome, a man whose presence alone could carry an entire film. For decades, he dominated the silver screen, starring in over 100 westerns and action dramas that solidified him as a symbol of old Hollywood masculinity and honor. But behind the image of the chiseled gunslinger lived a man wrapped in silence, rumors, and an enduring mystery that has fascinated fans for generations. While audiences were captivated by his roles in Ride the High Country, 7 Men from Now, and Buchanan Rides Alone, Scott's off-screen life painted a very different picture, one that was far more private, emotionally complex, and now undeniably heartbreaking. Throughout his career, whispers circulated about Scott's personal life, not focused on scandal but on secrecy, especially his unusually close relationship with fellow actor Cary Grant. The two shared a home for over a decade, vacationed together, were photographed in domestic settings, and appeared inseparable in ways that went far beyond typical Hollywood friendships. At the time, tabloids dubbed them Hollywood's odd couple, sparking public fascination and speculation. Yet, neither Scott nor Grant ever publicly addressed the nature of their bond. Many now believe that Scott may have been part of a hidden LGBTQ+ community in the film industry, a group forced into silence by the harsh realities of the era. In the 1940s and 50s, living openly as a gay man in Hollywood could destroy a career overnight. For someone like Randolph Scott, whose on-screen persona was built entirely around traditional masculinity and moral strength, revealing his truth, if indeed that was the truth, could have shattered the very foundation of his legacy. Eventually, Scott married, but some questioned whether his marriage was one of genuine love or simply a socially acceptable front designed to silence rumors and protect his public image. As time passed, Scott retreated more and more from the limelight.
After
retiring at the peak of his career, he chose a life of reclusion and privacy, rarely seen or heard from again. He never mentioned Cary Grant in interviews during his later years, and the details of their relationship faded into Hollywood legend. When Scott died in 1987, he left behind a remarkable film legacy, but also lingering questions that remained unanswered for decades. Now, thanks to newly surfaced letters, private accounts from close friends, and long-suppressed documents, the Randolph Scott mystery is finally finding its resolution. And sadly, it suggests a man who may have spent his life suppressing his deepest truth, living with emotional isolation, and hiding love in the shadows of a rigid, judgmental industry. The idea that he may never have truly lived as himself, despite giving so much to audiences around the world, is profoundly tragic. In the end, the Randolph Scott mystery wasn't just about fame or hidden romance. It was about identity, fear, and the heartbreaking cost of living a lie in the golden age of Hollywood.